Imagine a country on the brink of collapse, a nation torn apart by betrayal, bloodshed, and a fight for survival. In 1967, one of the most devastating wars in African history began, a war that would test the limits of human resilience and sacrifice. This is a story of Biafra, a story of courage in the face of overwhelming odds, where people fought for their very identity against a giant determined to crush them. Stay with us as we unfold the untold story of a war that changed everything. This is the Biafran War. The year was 1967. A new nation was born, but Nigeria's unity was fragile. Tensions between the country's ethnic groups, particularly the Igbo in the eastern region, had reached a boiling point. For years, the Igbo people felt marginalized, their voices drowned out by the northern and western factions of the government. The spark that ignited the fire was the massacre of Igbos living in the north, a bloody event that pushed the eastern region to declare independence. The result was the birth of the Republic of Biafra, led by Colonel Ojimegwu Ojukwu, a charismatic leader with a vision of a free, independent Igbo state. But the Nigerian government refused to accept the secession. A full-scale civil war broke out, tearing the country apart. The Biafran forces, though outmatched in numbers, became a symbol of resistance. What they lacked in size, they made up for in determination and resourcefulness. Facing a much larger and better-equipped Nigerian military, the Biafran soldiers relied on unconventional tactics. They were armed with outdated weapons, many salvaged from the remnants of past conflicts, and smuggled in through a dangerous network of arms dealers. Even more surprisingly, some of Biafra's weapons came from countries sympathetic to their cause, including France, who secretly supplied them with ammunition and artillery. Despite the odds, the Biafran soldiers fought fiercely, defending their homeland with everything they had. They became masters of guerrilla warfare, ambushing Nigerian troops, sabotaging supply lines, and holding on in the face of overwhelming odds. However, the war was not just fought with weapons. The Biafrans had a powerful ally, their belief in their cause. Ojukwu, their leader, inspired his people to fight not just for survival, but for their identity, their future, and their very existence as a people. But as the war dragged on, it became clear that Biafra was losing. The Nigerian forces imposed a devastating blockade, starving the population and cutting off vital supplies. The images of emaciated children and the suffering of civilians became a haunting symbol of the war's cruelty. International aid poured in, but it was not enough. The world watched as Biafra struggled to hold on, but the sheer weight of the Nigerian military machine was too much to bear. After nearly 3 years of relentless fighting, the war finally came to an end. In January 1970, Biafra surrendered to Nigeria, but not before paying a heavy price. Over 1 million people had died, most from hunger and disease. The scars of the war would never heal, and Biafra would remain a symbol of resistance, a reminder of the cost of division. Ojukwu, who had been a symbol of hope and defiance, went into exile, leaving behind a broken but proud people. The Biafran War left a lasting legacy in the heart of Africa, forever shaping Nigeria's future. It was a conflict of unimaginable sacrifice, courage, and heartbreak, a war that still echoes through history. If you found this story as captivating and heartbreaking as we did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, and share this video with others. Let's keep these important pieces of African history alive and spread the knowledge. For more gripping stories like this, stay tuned. Until next time, keep learning, keep sharing, and keep honoring the history that shaped our world.